Kia ora tātou, ko Waio, ko Jordan Walker tēnei, he rea hau no Ngāti Kahungunu ki te Wairoa, no Ngai Tūhoi, Ngāti Porou, Ngai Te Rangi Huki. My name's Jordan, I'm 35 years old, I'm from Te Tairāwhiti, Gisborne. I grew up here in Elgin, and my whānau live here, currently residing in Gisborne, have no plans to leave the space at all. I love it here, and yeah, I have a 2-year-old son, so have every intention of staying in Te Tairāwhiti. Why I'm running for council is because I believe that for successive terms the council table hasn't adequately represented everyone within our community. So I'm coming to bring a fresh, diverse and dynamic voice and to advocate and literally put my body on the line for this community. Yeah, so my 3 top priorities are, and I'll bunch two into one, is to reassess the current relationship that the Gisborne District Council has with offshore forestry companies, what levies, taxes and rates are currently set for those offshore forestry companies. And the second bit that I want to add on to that is reassess what the current climate mitigation policies are for our region at the Gisborne District Council. The second thing that I want to address is reinstating the railway network from here to Napier, and that is to ensure that when another climate-driven disaster hits, that we have another access way, so we have less isolation. We have another avenue to transport logs, and we also have another avenue to help enhance revenue for local businesses, for agriculture, for meat industries, so that they can ship their product straight to Napier Port to then ship it offshore. And also to be progressive in the wider context of conversation that government is having around reinstating the railway network. If we on the coast can show that regionally it's useful, then yeah, we'll be showing how progressive we are in Te Tairāwhiti. The third thing, which will be the thing that I'll address immediately when I get onto the council, is ensuring succession planning for rangatahi into the council and into governance spaces, and I will work hard on that. I will work hard in ensuring that there is intentional pathways for rangatahi to get into those spaces so that we have adequate representation of young voices on our council. If I could just speak to, I'm a member on a few boards across the country and locally. One network that I'm a part of I'm a board member of is Outline Aotearoa, and they're Aotearoa's only counselling online phone chat peer support provider for the LGBTQIA+ community. And so I'm a member of that. He Takatapui ahau. I identify as Takatapui, although I'm trans, non-binary, and locally I'm quite connected as well to our Rainbow group. We have a network that meets every month, which was instigated by a connection that I have with Te Kuwatawata, the Māori health, mental health service on Peel Street. So as a Rainbow network, acknowledging that there isn't currently an active group or support network here, that's something that we do to mitigate that. I'm also a member locally of the Fire and Emergency Local Advisory Committee. So in that space I also represent the voice of LGBTQIA+ and how the Fire and Emergency Services can meet the needs of our community. I'm also a co-chair for Gizzy Local, which is a local charitable trust, arts organisation based here in Te Tairāwhiti as well. Yeah, I'm Māori. I grew up in Elgin. Every single time I have an opportunity to talk, it is to talk about equity for people from those places. And yeah, I have quite a lot of space in my heart for people within that community, especially in this cost of living crisis. So yeah, whatever I can do on council and with my wider networks across the country, I will do to ensure that our whānau are actually getting to live the lives that they deserve without struggling. That's a hard one because I feel like I'm quite open about who I am, but it's been like 4 years since this. So I was a lead in a short film called He Takatapuia Hou, and that went off to air at multiple short film festivals in Aotearoa and over in other Indigenous nations as well. So it's received a lot of accolades through that space. So I'm an actor. Yeah, for me, successful tairawhiti in 10 years' time is ensuring that we are readily prepared for climate-driven disasters, because it is going to happen again. Whether it's a flood or a fire or an earthquake, something's going to hit us. So we need to be as prepared as possible and ready to respond. And that's everyone in our community as well, not just the wealthy few. Also, we are a prosperous space, and I think looking at Trust Tairawhiti's desire to make sure that we are a space for tourism is not something worth leveraging off of, but I think it's definitely something that we should prepare ourselves for, because we are abundant in that space. We're ready for it when it comes to the arts, performing arts, Māori, toi, Māori performing arts. It's here, and I think that that's something that people want to see in the world, as well as having clean, beautiful beaches, swimmable waters. I think that a successful tairawhiti in 10 years ensures that everyone is succeeding in Aotearoa, not just the few. And it's also maintaining our rangatahi here and ensuring that they have successive pathways that they can go into, like the space in Rangai, and other industries as well. But I think the arts is definitely a space that we can move towards for our region. So yeah, climate resilience, different industries that actually suit rangatahi so that they stay here. It's our rural communities, it's communities up the coast, communities inland, being able to stay around their marae, hapu thriving, iwi thriving, because no one's having to leave to find alternative methods of work. People should vote for me so that they can get a diverse voice on the council, and also someone who represents a lot of different communities. They should vote for me because of the connections that I have across the Motu and the potential of leveraging those connections when it comes to, example, encouraging the government to give local government more power over the region when it comes to finance and funding, so that we're not having to spread ourselves across multiple ministries to get little blips of funding. And yeah, vote for me, because I don't want to get onto the council because I have a massive ego. I want to get on the council so that I can get in and implement things, implement structural change so that we do have successive pathways for rangatahi into the council. I want to get in there knowing that I'm going to leave my seat in a few terms, and someone who has similar values to me is going to step into that place, and I'll endorse them into there.